eye line down here, right? I'm gonna look right here.
Yeah.
Right behind you.
Oh! Oh shit!
Right in the morning. It's a bad one.
I already shouldn't move as much.
My hook is shitty. I can even see it.
Really? Okay.
2, 1, action! Action! What? See that one? I think that was it. We're going uphill, so everything is a lot harder, as you can see in this one.
Yeah, it's pretty uphill.
I have a cramp on my, like on my hamstring near my ass. Came out of nowhere, so we need to stop really quick so I can stretch this shit out.
Got a cramp in your vagina.
Stop! Action! Cut! We're shooting 3 days this week. 2 days on his, 1 day on mine. I'm gonna shoot all of mine 1 day. I'm gonna shoot right over there. See that location? You best remember this location, because this is where history can be made. 18 and over only.
Hey, let's
That's what I call cheese salad.
Well, I get the honor of seeing these two guys kick each other.
Oh, he gets the honor, eh?
So much more than what we see in the final production.
We've been friends since I was 14. Oh! What's up?
At least you made contact.
I was too close to the left. Yo, training, let's go. Yeah, we're rushing to get this last shot, and then it started raining, and we got the last shot, now it's raining, and we gotta...
Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here! Oh, we're back, guys!
Don't care where the fuck we're gonna do. H Smart food?
Yeah, yeah! Action! Action! Three, two, one, action!
3, 2, 1, action.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, action!
Cut, you okay?
Yo, so I'm gonna take you guys a little bit through the post-production process of Dance of the Drunken Gods. Just so you know, a lot more goes in behind the scenes than you think, okay? It's not just shooting the fight. The editing process is just as important, if not more important, okay? Of course, the choreography and everything is super important, but the way you put everything together, the timing, the sound design, the picture, the color grading, everything has to be on point, okay? So you see all these green in the timeline, all these audio tracks, these are all just for sound effects, okay? There's a lot more to it, especially for a project like this. Everyone uses the flashpoint sound effects nowadays. But for this, it's a little bit more of a unique piece. By the way, which one of you guys can tell me which movie I got the sound effects from? the way you edit the sound effects are super important. Like rhythmic wise, you want a certain rhythm with it. Also, for a project like this, the reason why there's so many like timelines is because we had a section for the hit sound effects, the blocks, all the whooshes and whatnot. Yeah, all the basic sounds you should have in a fight. But also, we had to do a separate section for like yowling, like screaming. You know, like the screaming sounds have to sound old school as hell. All the old school classic kung fu movies. Grass sounds are super important. So like I had to do like a whole timeline for just grass sound effects. You know, throughout the whole film. It was such a pain in the ass. There's just so much more, okay? I can go into detail, but I can talk about it all day. You have the dubbing. For the dubbing, so for the parts, we have all these lines right here. We dubbed it like about freaking 4 times the whole film. Like, so we did it once the whole time through. We put it in together. We weren't happy with it. We did it twice, 3rd, 4th, maybe probably even a 5th time, I believe. We even got in a friend, Jamie Chi, to help us coach our Cantonese because Cantonese is not like a first language. But we really wanted to take the effort to make it as perfect as possible with our own voices. And so getting the tones is really hard. I mean, we had Daniel and his parents like transcribe all the English. This is for the dialogue and for the subtitles, and then this is like the romanization. A lot of the post-production process, I really got to hand it over to my teammates over at the Andy Long Stunt Team. Andy Long Stunt Team jacket. Bam! Yo! Get the martial club logo too. Bam! Young Masters. And Andy Long and Marcus. These guys helped me so much. We have been going back and forth. By the way, we're in different time zones. So when we're working on this, we're like, some of us are staying up late. They're on the other side of the world. So we're sending drafts back and forth just so we can get it perfect. We went through probably like 8 to 10 drafts. Color grading also super important. You can't just use like the film footage that you have. You have to mess with the colors. They even edited the subtitles to make it as old school as possible. They took the time to find the perfect font. Every scratch, every grain on this film is carefully composed and placed so it's perfect as possible. And we have been super duper detailed with it, and that's why we took the time. So once again, huge shout out to Andy Long. Andy Long Stunt Team. I would not have trusted anyone else because I know no one else has the vision that they have to pull this off for us. So big shout out to him. I'm gonna post Andy Long's Hong Kong action compilation at the end of the video or in the description. So be sure to check that out. I understand this isn't a film that the general audience would like. I don't feel like the general audience would be able to process a lot of it, but Andy Long said it in a good way. He said, what did he say? This film can only be processed by the heart and the soul of real Hong Kong action cinema fans. So, with that being said, I really hope you guys see the amount of work we do put into our films. I know they're just YouTube videos, but to us, like, it's our passion. We put our whole heart and soul into it. So really, really, I hope you guys appreciate it. And with that being said, please stay tuned because we are in post-production for more and in pre-production for a lot more. And bigger plans are coming up. So please stay tuned. We got a lot. This is gonna be a crazy year. All right. So that being said, be sure to subscribe. Martial Club out.